turned on.
Hey everybody, we're coming in a little late because we're like trying to get all the things together. I think I need to adjust the camera a little bit because it is a dreary, cold, rainy day.
It is. I had to go put on more clothes because I was sitting up here freezing.
Let's see. Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yesterday was nice. The day before was like 70
something.
Like 75 or something like that. I actually wore shorts when we went out to my birthday dinner.
Yeah, it's a variation, and you guys can kind of see it's been raining like this since we got up. I just sent out an email and I said it's possible we'll do because there's 2 lives today. There's this one and with Ellen Allard at 1:30, and we might do a walk, but it is completely dependent on this. This morning it said there might be a break between 5 and 6, but there might not be too.
Yeah, who knows?
So we're tired. So instead of doing something super exciting, we're going to make our oatmeal and enjoy that. And I'm going to talk about a few things I put on the oatmeal. And we'll just chat about stuff. So let's see who. Real says that she's working in the kitchen. Does that mean that your kitchen is actually usable again? Because that's exciting right there. Making my black bean, oh no, another Kathy's black bean and sweet potato, mine or somebody else's? Did I put black bean chili in here?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I have one, but I don't remember if I put it in or not. Yes, it is mine.
Too many Kathy's in the bundle.
So that's awesome. Vicky's PB&J cookies that you guys can still watch that video. She made those for us the very first day of the bundle. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Joanne is relaxing on the back patio watching geese swim. Birds empty the feeders. It sounds like you're having a lovely morning and not a rainy one. And hey, Patsy from Nevada. Randy from Ohio. Oh, it's 39 degrees in Massachusetts for Justine. Cloudy and overcast. Cloudy, overcast, and like it's hard raining. That's not fog. That's the rain. So if we go and see the Babbling Brook tomorrow, I think it'll be babbling louder. Oh, yay, Elizabeth is here. And you guys, Elizabeth runs the Chapel Hill Plant Pod, and they have virtual meetings every single month. So even if you're not local to the Triangle area in North Carolina, you can still join the plant-based pods, which are follow Dr. Campbell. And I always do some stuff with them too. So Elizabeth, if you want to put the link to join your group in there, that would be delightful. Jill says good morning from Colorado. Ryan is here. How was your day off yesterday? What is a day off like? I don't think I remember. And All You Need says, I feel like I moved in with you guys. I know, right? So we've had to like get dressed up like grown-ups. But we were watching Survivor and had a little bit of our coffee.
We actually know one of the contestants on Survivor this year. So
Liz Wilcox. She's actually an email marketing guru, and I'm actually in her group. And she's an eCam person. So we got to hang out with her when we went to Massachusetts last fall, which was pretty cool. Dan got the bundle and is going through downloading process, which has been easy, good. This year you do have to download each one individually, but that just means you've got choices.
That's right.
And don't forget, and I'll put this up too, I'll put it in the chat in a minute. Cheryl went through how to use Google Drive and how to use OneDrive to save it. So if you don't have a lot of space on your computer, or even if you've already downloaded it to your computer, you're going to change your computer one day.
Yeah.
Even if you feel solidly sure you're not going to. So having it on Google Drive means in 5 years, you can download it to whatever phone or computer you have. So it's just a good thing.
And I've gotten a lot of feedback on the support email that even though I did that in the middle of the night, people are actually able to set their stuff up following it. So that makes me feel good.
Yeah, she gets nervous, and just like all of us, Cheryl wants it to be perfect,
Yeah.
and there is no such thing as perfect. So there's only adding extra anxiety to our lives.
Yeah.
It's sunny in southern Arizona.
Nice.
Jana says, for all the lives this week, this is only the second one I've seen, was checking in on Big Bear Eagles and saw this was on. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm going to leave the lives up for a while, if not permanently. Usually I go off and I'm doing something else and I never take them down. My video coach hated my thumbnails, but the reason I put stuff on the thumbnails that you can't see so good, which is about the bundle and the dates, is so like on Facebook, when people come back to this, then they see the thumbnail and at least I have some accountability that the bundle sale is gone. And it's only 2 days. Mm-hmm. So it's actually, oh God, I cannot math. But 24 hours plus like 12, it's like 40 hours, I think, of the bundle, right? Yeah, because it's in Pacific Standard Time, which gives us 3 or 4 more hours. Mm. Hey, Cindy, we're glad you're here. What a cute kitty. Rill's Kitchen is done. Yay! And the chili recipe is in Thriving in Starch. And this is the ebook that we have in the bundle. It's one of the things that we have in the bundle. So we can talk more about some of the other stuff too. And Cindy's crocheting away. I know, Dan, and that just seems very unfair that during bundle week I lose an hour.
You should have seen the look on her face an hour ago when she realized that she was going to lose an hour tonight.
I was not happy.
She was like, oh, that changes the time of all my lives. And I was like, no, people still come on at the same time. And she goes, but it will feel different.
And it takes, right? I'm just now like luxuriating in the existing time that happened in the fall and getting a handle on it. And I have a 9:00 p.m. live because it's with Chef Yen on her Instagram channel. And I love Chef Yen, and she is also in Malaysia.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No. Oh my goodness. Siri, why are you talking to me?
I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there something else I can help with?
No, thank you, Siri. Okay, I'm going to put the do not disturb on, hopefully.
Maybe she'll get the hint.
I'm like, what the heck? What was that, Siri? I didn't even say that word.
You didn't.
But it's just because then it's going to feel like 10 o'clock. And I've been going to bed as soon as humanly possible. I'm like, Cheryl, I love you. I will watch 30 minutes of TV and eat something with you. And that is about that. And who knows, maybe we'll come on later and make some dinner if we don't take a walk. We'll see.
It's raining even harder now.
Yeah, I am super crispy. So I think by the time this is all done, I will have done 33 hours of lives in 10 days, which I think is my record. We have 4 hours tomorrow without just us going on too, so we might do something at some point.
Yeah.
And then Monday and Tuesday you may not hear from me, but I will not be dead. I will be sleeping for sure. Kelly Young says good morning. Randy said that was really helpful. Thank you so much, Cheryl. And so does All You Need. Right, exactly, Betsy. Perfection is the thief of joy. And she thinks the video was really helpful.
Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all.
And good morning, Lydia. And Joanne said yeah, hate the time change. Me too. Oh, good. And Lydia liked the Google Drive tutorial.
Good.
And the Google Drive tutorial can be really good, not even for this year, but then you can use it from, going forward as well. So I know I labeled this brunch, and I did that so if I was too tired, we could just eat brunch and hang out with you and answer bundle questions or other questions. It's really kind of an Ask Me Anything, and included the bundle. So I've got some stuff I can show you. Again, we can look through some stuff. If there's one thing you were like, well, if I knew about this, what was really in there, then maybe I'd get it. We can go and download and look through a book or two or something, or we can just hang out in the rain and have a delicious.
Hopefully it won't rain so hard that we have to scream for people to hear us.
Because we live, we have clear story windows, so we don't have an attic. So when it rains incredibly hard, it's loud. It's really loud. So I am making myself and Cheryl some oatmeal in our Royal Stafford Halloween dishes. This is how I keep my spirits up during bundle week. And this is the 360 slow cooker that I've told you about before. And you guys, I'm trying to see where's the best way to, no, this way. All right. This is the 2-quart. I like it because we have a 2, a 4, and a 6-quart. These pans, this is just a little thing here, a little cooking base. That costs too much. I think if you just buy the cooking base, which you can, I think it's about $100. These pans are really expensive. They're like scam pans and things like that. But we just, and this oats, we actually got these, I forget where, but these are quick cooking steel cut.
I think we got them at Costco.
And they're a little different than the ones cooking that I've gotten at Walmart, which are actually more like Scottish oats, meaning that they're more crushed. And so it's like they go through a stone mill, whereas steel cut oats are cut by steel 2 to 3 times. They're either like 2 to 3 pieces. I think these are more like 4 to 5 pieces. And we just do 1 cup of oats and
I did exactly 4 cups of water last night. It seems much better consistency today.
Yeah. And
I left it on low all night.
And I put your brown sugar over there. So we're opening a new brown sugar. Will you unplug the slow cooker? Mm-hmm. And I thought I might make some fancy oats. I was going to put some pistachios in here, but the pistachios aren't toasted. And honestly, I just don't feel like toasting them.
Okay.
Yeah. And these pans can be used on the stove just as well. So if you're looking for some good stainless steel, that's what I would do.
They wash up real good too.
They do wash up, just like all stainless steel. Oh, Chris Bandman says, happy birthday, Cheryl.
Thank you.
And that she knows I'm a Taurus. She's a Taurus too. Her birthday is May 11th. You'll be 60. We're real close. My birthday is April 27th, and I'll be 59. And Justine says, and on the 11th day, the vegan bundle contributors rested. I know, right? And so I thought we'd look at some other things that can be fun for oats. So let me bring these over here. And there's no wrong way to eat your oats. And with slow cooking, I wouldn't slow cook rolled oats. They're going to just turn into mush. Also, the quick cooking steel cut oats are the Scottish oats, not these from Bob's Red Mill. They just, actually, they're just different than any oats I've seen, which is really interesting.
The water ratio on those is different that they say to use, and the timing for the slow cooking is different too.
Yeah, these are very interesting. So the ones that you get, and like you get at Walmart, and you open them up and they look all cracked and smaller, almost like instant oats, but not. Those are Scottish oats, and they're usually done on like a stone mill, so the oat groats are milled that way. Oh, somebody has Starbucks oatmeal in the fridge. Have some oatmeal with us. Yep. And yes, there's all kinds of quick cooking stuff like that. And Tia says, hi everyone from Southern California. Weather's kind of cool here. Can't stay for the whole show. Oh, yay. Thank you for the tutorial. Just got a new PC. It was very helpful. And actually, you guys will really enjoy using these like separate virtual drives for other things. We keep a lot of stuff there. But I have all the old vegan bundles. Also, like if you buy like my Ninja Creamy ebook, you should put it there, and then you can just keep downloading it over and over again from yourself instead of like having to ask somebody else to set your login. Elaine says, happy belated birthday. It was on Monday, so it's still birthday week.
It's still birthday week. We've been birthday weeking it.
Absolutely. So I thought I would talk just a little bit. Do you guys ever use orange blossom water or rose water? And it's controversial in that some people don't like floral things. These are really beautiful Middle Eastern things. They're delightful. If you hate rose, don't even try to get rose water. It's not going to help you. Cheryl doesn't love rose. I'll let her smell it.
I made
smell.
Overdid my.
That's okay. Smell.
It's okay. It smells just like roses. Like it smells like you stuck your nose to a rose, right?
It's delightful. Oh, Joanne's a Taurus too. I didn't know that, but I should have known that. And orange flower water. If you've ever been near an orange tree or citrus tree, the way the blossoms smell, this is literally how it smells. It's really good. So I'm going to do this, and then TS, I'll come back from there. And this is something I just found. I couldn't find my date nectar, and I don't know if they're still making these vegan unhoneys anymore. And so they have different kinds. And this one, where's the ingredients? There they are. They're teeny, teeny, tiny up there. And I'll read them to you. And it's got organic date nectar and a little bit of flower pollen. That's how they did it. And it smells just like a very mild date syrup.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit like a dark, rich honey.
Are you going to need this?
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to put some of this on to sweeten it. I think I'm going to use orange blossom water. If you had some pistachios, walnuts toasted up, you could put some of those on. Some minced dates, figs. Figs would be really good in this. And then I have some of these. I'm going to look and see if these are still good. These are out of date. These ugly upcycled apricots. There's nothing added. And let's see if they're still good. They look good. Ooh, they smell delicious. So they're just unsulfured apricots. So if you haven't had those, that just means they're going to be dark. So I'm going to taste one. It's a nice, rich flavor.
And it is birthday week, so I am going to treat myself
To some pecans.
to some chopped pecans on the top of my oatmeal.
May I encourage you to use a little bit of the chai spice that I've been using with that, or cinnamon?
Maybe just a touch of cinnamon would be okay. I don't really like that stuff that much. So.
Well, why don't you smell that and the pecans together? It's a really good combo.
Okay, but I just wanted to touch
I'm
it.
going to let you put it. Cheryl always likes to say, I want just a teeny tiny baby. And I'm like, you need to put that on yourself.
Oh!
It's okay.
That's way too many.
It's your birthday. Enjoy your oatmeal. One of the things that I do, both because I'm cheap and to save us, is that looks like a lot of pecans, but that might only be like 6 or 7 pecans. I chop them up, and then you can sprinkle them on top, and even if you're not really supposed to be eating very many nuts, you can get like a lot of mileage out of one minced nut.
We call it pecan dust.
Pecan dust is what we call it for sure. Okay. All right, let's see. So I'm going to put some of these apricots on. And I know it's not going to look good because they're unsulfured.
There you go. You going to use some of that?
But they're fine. Okay, put that over here. I'm going to get some date nectar, and that's what I'm going to sweeten it with. See if that's enough. And I'm going to put a little bit. Usually most people like 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of one of these. I might like a little more because I'm floral extra in the world. I like lots of flowery flavors. And I'm just going to mix this together. And sometimes I'll just do things like lemon lemon zest. Zest some lemon, put some blueberries in. That's my favorite spring summer oatmeal. Once I have some fresh berries. I'll move this over to the side. So, and I'm just mixing it together and you can smell it.
Oh.
Yeah.
One time she's like all excited. I came home from work. She was like, I made you chocolate chip cookies. And I was like, oh, yay, chocolate chip cookies. I love chocolate chip cookies. I took a taste of that chocolate chip cookie and I was like, this is not a chocolate chip cookie. She had put lavender.
Yeah, because
in the
it was
chocolate chip
delicious.
You want to slow me down on any sweet stuff? Put something floral in it. That is just...
And I'm not a big chocolate fan, just in general. So, you know, I need a little something extra in there. All right, let's see. Ryan says, I'm a huge fan of floral flavors. I have some lavender extract, rose water. So there's, you've probably heard of London Fog, which is like Earl Grey tea with vanilla syrup. There's a local coffee shop that does a Durham fog, because we live in Durham, North Carolina, and they use the orange flower extract, and it's beautiful. It goes so well with Earl Grey tea. All right, let's see. Okay, TS says, are any of my broth recipes good to just heat and use as a drink for themselves? I don't see why you couldn't. You might need to adjust it or add some extra herbs. I did do a class in Kathy's Cooking Club where we did dry drinking broths, and I haven't really put any of those up on the website. But I don't see why not. Even the dry chickpea bouillon. I haven't tried drinking the beefy bouillon, but I bet that would be really good too. And you can get both of those recipes either in Thriving on Starch or on my website at healthyslowcooking.com. Oh, and Electric Carabella's home from New Orleans. Oh no, you have a severe case of the flu. Feel better soon. Jill's like no to Rose. Yeah. And Cindy's a Taurus as well, yeah? Or are you still in the 17th of May? I think it's still Taurus. Oh, and Terry's a Taurus on April 30th.
You got lots of Tauruses.
73 years young, of course, because Taurus is the best.
All you stubborn people.
No, all of us nurturing, loving food people, right?
But what's yours is yours.
Well, everything is mine, but I share really well. That's how my Taurus manifests itself. I want to have all the things, but then I want everybody else to have all the things and to use them too. So I think that's how it works out. Do I ever have sales on your personal ebooks? Yes. Do I know when one's going to happen? No. I don't even know what my name is this week. But after the bundle, Thriving on Starch will go on sale as a standalone ebook. I do have the Ninja Creamy ebook. I'm going to be working on another Ninja Creamy ebook. They'll be out for fall. Not for summer, not for fall. And in the fall, I'm doing another book.
And I'm going to work on taking the recipes from the original book and convert them over to
Ninja Creamy Deluxe.
Creamy Deluxe pints.
So if you've bought it'll show up if you've got the Ninja Creamy experience. It may take a couple of months. It all depends on her. So this one won't be mine.
And I got a lot going on.
So hopefully by, let's say June, if we get it early, then that'll be a nice surprise. I think once you do it, it won't take you that long.
No, it's just working it into everything else going on, you know. Because, of course, as soon as I decided to take the coaching course, then work got, like, insanely
Tell people
crazy.
what coaching class you're taking.
Oh, I am taking, Ocean Robbins has the plant-based coaching certification course, and I am taking that along with several other members of our community, and we are learning some nutrition stuff, we're learning some coaching stuff, and then later on in the year, we will learn some business stuff. So hopefully I will be able to contribute more to the family business of food here shortly. So,
and at some point there could end up being a group program or something with Cheryl coaching.
Yeah, I mean, you know, long term, I'm looking for something that I can retire into. I would like to not have to do an office job forever and ever. I would like to be able to transition into something that I like. This may be something in between for a while, a part-time thing that kind of helps me get in a financial position.
Yeah, we don't know what it's going to be yet.
Yeah.
However, there will be some stuff added to basically, like, we haven't gotten any details, and she's got 5 months still in the program, so it's very new, just so you know that too. However, there'll probably be a few little things that pop up here and again during, so go ahead and join the Heartbeat group because you'll find out about all that stuff first there. Also, there could be some things that we're already going to work on some stuff in the free Heartbeat group. I put out dates on the Kathy's Cooking Club Heartbeat group to save the date, and I hope to get the classes up, but I don't know if it'll happen today. But it'll happen next week. There is going to be a class on Saturday. I'm looking through all the things that you guys recommended. I'm going to pick the easiest class for me for this Saturday. I'm almost leaning towards, this morning I was thinking, I haven't done an oatmeal class in a while.
No, you haven't.
And so we could do some fun oatmeal recipes, which would be a little off of all the requests. But I'm going to try and get classes up for not just March, but April, May, and June as well.
And also remember, in the Heartbeat group, it's not just like informational, like we're now trying to make it very interactive for folks. I have turned on direct messaging, so if you guys are in a thread and you're having a conversation, you can always take that to a message, to like a messenger-based type thing that you can chat back and forth. You can also have group chats with that. I've turned that on for everybody, so do it at will amongst yourselves. That's fine. What else did we added? A science fiction fantasy thread, so you can talk about what you're watching, what you're reading. Let people know if there's something really exciting, if there's a show that you're really excited about and you want to see if other people are watching it, or a book, and see if other people are reading it.
And
that
a
you
lot
want
of
to
people
talk
are
about.
reading the Gargoyles, the Accidental Alchemist series, which CJ actually talked about. And I'm reading so slow because my brain is just like numbed. Because it's hilarious. I know I'm in my house, but this is a lot of extroverting. It feels like it shouldn't feel like extroverting, but it is a little bit.
And then also coming up, and we haven't worked out exactly when we're going to start on that yet, but we've had a member of the community who's helping us to develop a movement type group, or I don't know if it's a group, it's more of a...
well, we don't want to call it a challenge, but
it's not a challenge, but...
It's a movement group event.
Yeah, there you go.
And I will try to come up with some sort of words that sound a little less
and then it'll be something that everybody can participate in, no matter how much or how little movement you can do. We want to make sure we include everybody, because you know that's kind of our thing. We like to include everybody.
So if you're perhaps in a wheelchair, you can only exercise in just a chair, or you need some assistance, you can rack up as many points as someone who is trying to train for a marathon. So, and I suspect, because before we were like, we don't know what prizes we'll have. You are going to have a gluten-free vegan cooking in your Instant Pot signed copy of Kathy's book. We just ordered 500 of them, and we're going to be selling those as well. So that's something that'll probably start happening next week. So it'll probably be, I have to check the price, but the shipping is going to be calculated to whatever the market rate is to wherever your place is, so that That's the only nervous thing because sometimes shipping changes.
Yeah.
But they are clearancing some of them out, so I got some at a good price. That also means you could go ahead and get those for presents or Christmas. So we'll be maybe we'll sell all of them before Christmas, but
Maybe. Very possible.
so, and that's a book that
I got to figure out some place that we're going to store them in the house. Right now, they're all boxes. There's like...
It's all in the entryway, and like there's like this little place that we go through.
There's what, like 30 or 40 boxes of books in the foyer. So we got to kind of like shimmy through. It's kind of funny, but I think I know exactly where to put them. But I have to work out whether it will hold all of them.
I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
and I do have some show and tell to show people.
Okay. I don't know.
So,
what
you know how we love to go to TJ Maxx and Home Goods and all those places like that, you know, the discount stores, and like, I'm always getting socks. Love to buy socks. Just love to buy socks. Okay. I don't know what my obsession with socks is, but I love to buy socks. So, here is a normal Cheryl sock, right? These are my favorite kind of socks. You know, the kind of little, got just a little bit kind of no-show kind of feel to them, right? But I always like to get the thicker ones for when we're walking and stuff because, you know, and the kind that moisture wick, right? Well, I wanted some that I could wear with just like my slide-on Hey Dude shoes or something like that. So I got some of the real low no-shows. And I bought a pack of like 10 of them from TJ Maxx, I think it was. And so, you know, they come on the board and they're all, you know, the board's about this long and the socks are on there and you have to take the cardboard out and everything. And so I tossed them in the washing machine. And then I tossed them in the dryer. Mm-hmm. And y'all, what I got back was toddler socks.
But they do stretch a lot.
Yeah, but they don't
Like what?
they don't stretch enough for my feet.
Like that's a long sock.
Yeah, but they're still too tight on my feet.
That,
I mean, this is...
they're just really thin, cheap socks. They're not. Ooh, because Cheryl's like, I'll give them to you because I wear a size 7 and Cheryl wears a size 9.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm a 10.
There's actually a seam right under your toes.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. They sewed them really weird.
And so, yeah, so...
But y'all, I mean, seriously.
If you live in the area and you're on Free Cycle or something, let us know. And we'll leave them for you. But I won't be able to wear them either.
But I pulled them out and I was like, what in the world? I got toddler socks now. She didn't believe me. She was like, toddler socks. And then I showed her, she was like,
Ooh, Jana says there was a cardamom rose cupcake in a restaurant in Southern California. I love rose and cardamom together. I think it's really delightful. Jeremy went to the Ethiopian place we like a ways in Cary, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And then we went a couple of hours later.
He sent me a picture. He had to send me a picture. And I was like, ooh, it's my birthday week. Now I want Ethiopian.
It was really good. Jeremy, I heard you did not get the vegan plate, though. So the vegan plate has the collard greens, the yellow lentils, the spicy red lentils, the regular old brown lentils, then cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. And then they have this special thing I've never had in any other Ethiopian restaurant, which is like a potato tofu dish with maybe a little bit of some kind of tomato-ish in there. Mm-hmm. And so it's a whole vegan plate. They're not a vegan restaurant, but it's really good. And I felt like, we feel like as far as places we go out to eat, they don't use a whole lot of oil. Yeah, they do use oil, so let's be clear.
But it's never like swimming in oil. There's not like, you don't see anything oily with it. The texture's not oily.
Yeah, so Jeremy, I'm not sure how you felt about it, but we'll keep looking and see if you had some feedback. But I think we're all going for Elizabeth's plant-based pod. Is it this coming week?
Yeah.
So if you guys are in the area, make sure, again, hopefully I haven't gotten down to the point where Elizabeth may have dropped that. If not, I'll go drop the link.
Yeah, you got to let them know because I think they need to make reservations for everybody. So you need to make sure that you don't just show up.
I like that. Tourist people are the best. Ryan says he gets a London fog with oat milk, and they use lavender syrup. There are some places who do, and that is from a local lavender farm. And on healthyslowcooking.com, I have how to make lavender syrup. It is with sugar, so it is not SOS friendly. You can make it with coconut sugar. Some people feel like that fits in with their eating plan. I'm not trying to tell you, but if it looks like it is, you could do that. It's very easy to make. When Stephanie's having banana peanut butter chocolate chip and ice cream concoction with coffee, that's awesome. Ryan's saying, what's a dry drinking broth? So there's two companies, one just folded, that basically it's herbs and it's like a savory drink mix that you drink hot. So when I made some, I think I did some with mung dal, nutritional yeast, spices, things like that. So it's basically like drinking warm broth. Oh, good. Justine said, I used your chickeny bouillon as a broth and it was delicious. Excellent. I like it because it's cheap and easy. Oh, Jeremy's a Taurus too. I should have known. You definitely got the stubborn streak. Elizabeth says, I'm on Team Cheryl too. No florals in my chocolate. I do like orange or peppermint. And actually, I'm just remembering now, Elizabeth, you told me to stream into your group. And I don't think I did here. I'm so sorry. If we go live again tonight, we will, for sure. Or maybe we'll just go live in the group. I don't know. My brain is breaking down just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Like, so Cheryl keeps making sure I have dinner, because if not, after my last live, I'll just go to bed. Because I'm just like, I'm not a human being anymore, is what it feels like. Bucky's cup is what she's saying. She's stopping at Bucky's.
We're getting a Bucky's near us. It's going to be about 20 minutes away from the house. They're building a Bucky's, and I'm kind of excited about it.
And Real is a Taurus as well, May 17th. This is so funny. And I do have a Bear spice in vegan slow cooking for 2. And that spice blend is most likely going to end up in my fall cookbook when I'm doing potions and powders. I'm going to get all the spice blends that I've done, all the mixes, plus new. So a lot of you guys have asked me to do some DIY versions of some of the Trader Joe's spices. So I have those out, and I'm going to be making those. That will be a fall book. The next book will be a Ninja Creamy book. Lydia says, my 2 daughter-in-laws are Tauruses. Ryan is a Taurus. This is hilarious. I feel like, so we talked a little bit about like ADHD and neurodivergence in my cooking class last time. And everybody's like, me too. I feel like this is a little bit like this. There is somebody else's Ninja Creamy book in the bundle, Nate's. And we can take a look at that if you help me remember. I'll try and download it in the background.
Okay.
Oh, Jeremy's saying, have I cooked flat red rice in the Instant Pot? So you're talking like poha? That kind of flattened Indian red rice? I have not. It's almost... The cooking time's going to be significantly different, and we can talk about that, and I can find out. I think I have some poha in my pantry, but it's almost flattened the way rolled oats are flattened. So my first, with uneducated guess, would be it's going to be significantly less time. So I'll see what I can find out. You're going to have to remind me though. I heard that too, Ryan. Neil deGrasse Tyson was on Stephen Colbert the other night and said the calendar's changed and everybody's birth signs are a month off. I just don't believe it. I refuse to accept that. That happened a few years ago, and I was like, how do you get more Taurus than me?
I don't know how you get more Pisces than me.
Right, so I'm not feeling it. That's all I have to say. Does that count for anything in the real world? Absolutely not. And And I'm sorry we're not eating something more exciting, but I decided to try and make this exciting for everyone. And all you need, and will we be here to join in on whatever we will all be here to join in on whatever you two offer. Thank you very much. That's very kind. It's absolutely true. Joanne Cheryl has become a real asset to the live shows, and she takes right now she's taking a little bit of the mental pressure off. Next year, it's going to be 50-50.
She said next year I'm going to have to do a bunch of lives, and I'm like, ooh. But maybe I'll feel more comfortable on lives then.
And we're going to work on having a real live schedule. I know we have just been off since we did the McDougall 12-day program. It did great things to our health, but then we were just like trying to catch up since then. So next week I'm going to be resting, doing a few things like trying to get at least March cooking classes up next week. And then we're also going to try and come up with more of a set live schedule again so that you guys can know. Now, I will say you've been asking for a walking schedule, and that's just really hard for me because like this week I haven't been sleeping in. I've still been waking up at 6:30 or 7. But I've been laying in bed and just reading and trying to relax and chill out. So sometimes I'm still not getting out of bed till 9. Whereas before that, I was bolting out of bed and just going and taking a walk. And then weather plays a part. So probably in the summer, it'll be really early.
But I'm really, really, really trying to get into some kind of a schedule. And that's kind of my goal, to work in some type of a schedule over the next 30 days. So maybe that'll help some too.
Let me see. I think it will. Do you want to read some of the comments? And then that way I'll go try to find Elizabeth's group.
Let's see. Thank you, everyone, for all the comments. All you need says that I am a blessing, and I appreciate that. All right. You're going to make me turn red again.
You are red. Look at your face. Yes.
Kitty Mommy says, I don't do this one anymore, but used to love Earl Grey cream. Creme? Earl Grey
cream is fine.
Cream. Different variations include blue cornflowers, mallow blossoms, and vanilla.
We have one of those too. Like, I am a huge Earl Grey fan of all kinds. And I have some lavender Earl Grey too.
And she has given up caffeine, so that's why.
We had, during the pandemic, I had gotten some decaf, which still has some caffeine in it. But it was a big help for me, for sure. All right.
And Kelly says she'll be getting the bundle through us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love the idea of putting it on Google Drive. Thank you for reminding me I could do that, or I may not have purchased it this year. And Stephanie says gluten-free equals yay. Kathy's been gluten-free now for a long time.
Yeah,
you could try to add a little bit.
I have some gluten now, but so this is how I can tell. I had too much. So this gets a little bit big, and then this gets big, and it just keeps going up. So I have an autoimmune condition. I have Graves' disease. And I didn't have any gluten for like four years or more, maybe 5. And then since doing the Dr. McDougall program, my inflammation is down enough that I can easily have gluten, like wheat. Like having like seitan seems to trigger it immediately, but if I have some really good organic like wheat bread, or if we go to a really nice bagel place, I can have one of those. So it's been really nice to be able to have an option, but not everybody has that.
Yeah. Justine has a question for you, Kathy.
Okay.
If I can make it get on the screen. Have you ever used Son-Masuri hand-pounded brown rice? Bought some at the Indian market, but haven't tried it yet. I wonder how it differs from other rices.
Hand-pounded
Son-Masuri.
brown
Son-Masuri.
rice. And let's look at Son-Masuri. Is it poha? I don't, and let's see. You're going to show me a picture of it? No, it's not. It's not. Huh.
Semi-brown rice.
Oh, I think I know what it means.
Okay.
Okay, so what I suspect is that is similar to pink rice or red rice. So like brown rice, it just removes the hull, just like an oat groat. You take off the inedible hull. But we leave, that outside part that is edible. And if it's hand pounded, it looks like, if it's kind of semi-brown rice, that means some of that has probably been removed. So I suspect cooking time would be in between white rice and brown rice. So I might cook it on the stove the first time to see. I'll see if I can get, are you cooking it in an Instant Pot? And I'll see if I can find a recipe for that. Yes, Piping Pot Curry has one. I'm gonna put that. I know Mita, so I'll put her link here. Oh shoot! And I just messed something up. Give me just 1 second, and I'll come back and put it in. I'm gonna put. I was halfway through to find out about their virtual meetings. I'm putting up the stuff about the plant pod, so let me do that. So you guys join that Facebook group. Elizabeth is in here now, and then you can join their Zoom call every month. So especially if you're out somewhere where there's not a plant pod, you're the only vegan or whole food plant-based person, it's a really great resource, and we love Elizabeth. She is just delightful and friendly, and I feel really good about leaving you in her hands for sure. Okay,
Definitely.
Now let me get this back. Sona Masuri rice.
And Elizabeth asks, are we going to go to Veg Fest this month? We were just talking about that last night a little bit.
Let me see. What's the date?
I think it's the 24th, maybe?
If it's on a Sunday, yes. Let's see. The plant potluck is the 23rd. Is that right, Elizabeth? And then if it's on the 24th, because then what did I decide? Yeah, that's why I decided that this Saturday I'm doing Kathy's Cooking Club, which seems like a really bad decision.
This coming Saturday? Yeah.
It seems like a really bad decision, but I didn't want to miss
It could be
the potluck, and there's only 2 Saturdays. So, and then there could be tears. I was going to do it on the 21st, but then that's the Sitar buffet, and we've missed so many of them. I know we'll want to go to that. I could do it on Friday.
Oh. The 22nd?
Yeah, I announced it, but I can unannounce it. Oh, you think we have something on Friday? See, now you guys understand why it takes me a while to come up with these dates.
That your favorite people are coming from Florida.
Oh, that's right.
And I think it's the 22nd.
We're going to be eating non-compliant vegan food.
She's going to be eating.
I'm not touching
There's
a vegan food truck called Oh My Cod, C-O-D, and they make vegan seafood. They use the banana blossoms for fish fillets. They have vegan shrimp. They have and
they've just developed the vegan scallop.
And they're in Florida, and they're never in Florida when we're in Florida.
Never.
They're always like in Virginia
else.
or Georgia. And so this is the first time that they've come here. Well, I think it's the second time. I think we were in Florida when they were here.
Yeah.
The last time that they were here.
The last time that we saw them, we were in Georgia at the Georgia Veg Fest.
Yeah, so.
Last year.
But hopefully that helps. So I think we're going to go to Veg. Are you going to Veg Fest, Elizabeth? Tell us about that. And also, Elizabeth, do you want to come in and come on live and chat with us? Because if you do, I'll put in the link real quick. Let me do that in case you want to come in. We'll figure it out. She's probably like, no.
Won't you message her on
I am going to.
Okay.
So I've opened up this. I'm going to go look in your messenger. You do some,
Okay.
while I'm doing all this technical difficulties.
And I love how everybody's saying hello to everybody.
It's always the best. You guys are the best.
And let's see. Jill D says, at Kathy Hester, I gifted the bundle to my sister from your link. She is doing the downloads and excited. That's very sweet.
That's awesome.
This does make a great gift for somebody, though.
Well, and at $49, it's really not bad. And the thing is you can't just go in and buy 10 bundles and then just divvy them out later.
Right.
You do have to use somebody's email address.
Yeah, so if you buy it for someone, make sure that you buy it with their saying that their email address is the address that everything goes to. You can still use your credit card information. Just make sure everything else is in their name so that they get the email with the stuff to download the bundle and everything.
Okay. So I sent, Elizabeth, if you're still watching, I sent you the link on how to come and join us if you want to. And then she has posted about the Ethiopian. Okay, you already signed in that we were doing that, so that's great. And Elizabeth, if you're not watching or you're doing something else, you don't have to come on if you don't want to. I just wanted to invite you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I told them we were coming.
Yeah, you did. I already saw it.
All right.
Okay.
And Stephanie says, "Oh, I hate when the dryer does that to my socks too."
But these
This is
are
the
brand
first time.
new.
These are brand new. This is the first time I've ever had this happen.
You
And
just
I was
bought cheap socks.
And I was like, "What?"
Kelly Young says no socks.
Right?
They
They're toddler socks. I mean, come on. For anybody who was not on for the sock discussion, this is what came out of the dryer when I put my new socks in.
It was a full-size sock, like she didn't buy. But it does stretch.
This is the size that I normally have of socks. So that is a toddler sock.
And it has a seam on the bottom, so this is something I would never buy.
I didn't notice that, or I wouldn't have bought them.
Because I have all the clothes sensitivities, for real.
Yeah, Kelly, those socks.
Yeah.
And Tia says, "Oh, that's actually funny, but not what you wanted." It's true. Like when I was just, my floor just hit the ground.
Your
When I
chin
pulled
just hit the ground?
Yeah.
I don't think your floor hit the ground. I think the floor was already on the ground.
Wow, we're punchy today.
We
aren't
are.
we?
And see, the thing is literally we've had half of our coffee. There has been no mimosaing or anything like that today, though it may seem like it. It's just like, so when we're not live, we're running around. Like, I was having lives odd hours, but then I'd have to do stuff in between.
And all you need says they're infant socks. I'm like, right? That's the first thing I thought of when I pulled them out was these are toddler socks.
Well, you said that, and I was like,
She was like, no.
You overreact to things sometimes,
I was not overreacting to that. I left them on the bathroom sink so she could see them.
And I gotta say, I'm not loving these apricots. So I'm kind of eating around them. So just so you know, they're a little old, I think.
And yes, Elizabeth, we are coming on the 14th to a ways. Mm-hmm. So make sure you got us on the list.
So if you guys are in the Triangle area, so look, if you're watching this live, go look in the chat. I will, Elizabeth, if you want to, you can come back on this and in the comments put something in about it too, about the group. You're always invited to post about the group because I really want people to have such a nice community, and you really provide that.
Right.
Like, we don't go out that much. We don't hang out with that many people.
We only go out with them.
So we go out
with them and Faith and Jessica.
Right. So the fact that we've been going to the Indian buffet twice a month and hanging out with the Plant Pod tells you just how nice, relaxing, and accepting everyone is. Because, you know, here, hand me that, and you can eat some for a while. But you can't keep it away from me. She does that with the remote.
I was waiting for you to stop talking when I could post the next thing.
Okay, what's the next thing?
Under Davika.
Davika says, where I live, there are so few vegan restaurants. Most are fast food. Here as well. sometimes you can find the one thing that works. So like at Pure Soul, they do have a lot of meat substitutes, but they have a really good black-eyed pea, collard green rice dish. So sometimes you can at least have one that's really at least whole food plant-based. If not whole food plant-based, no oil. We were at Fiction Kitchen, which is a great vegan restaurant that kind of has a bunch of different things so you can get, but they also don't do no oil without request. Oh, a Jewish vegan deli, but not plant food friendly. You know, I remember when I lived in New York, I was vegetarian, and that's when I learned about kosher dairy restaurants. And I fell in love. I had so many bagels and soup dinners because it was so cheap. And then you go in there and some nice little old person would sit with you and tell you the most amazing stories. So it was like dinner and a show. You would have loved it. You would have been there every day.
Oh, yeah. I love dinner and a show.
And Justine says she wears the Reebok no-shows. They're excellent, nice weight, and they don't slip. And they seem to last forever. Cheryl goes through some socks. She loses my socks. So like I've been like revolting and doing some of the laundry.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this is what part of the laundry I can do. Someone was saying they weren't sure if I was ADHD or not. And one of the symptoms is that you can wash clothes over and over and over again, and they may never get to the dryer. So what I do is I put the load in, and I go, Cheryl, I put some clothes in the washer. And then she moves them from the dryer to the dryer because I just go off on my merry way. But because of that, though, we got through the whole hamper of stuff. You were like saving up things.
Well, they were just things we didn't need, and I was like, why waste the energy?
Except
washing
that's where
those.
some of my clothes were that I couldn't
I didn't know
find.
that you had clothes underneath that stuff. I thought it was just the blanket
One
and
was
stuff
just
under there.
that jacket that I had on a minute ago that I had only worn once, and I put it in there and it was gone. It was just gone. I'm like, why? Why do my things go away? And I have some socks that have right and left on them, and I don't have the mates. I have like 6 right ones, and I'm like, I don't know how this goes. Yeah, and Sandra says, I wish there were any vegan restaurants near me. Yeah, we're all lucky to have the things that we have. I just wish for every vegan burger you could also get like a nice stir-fry vegetable bowl. And there's so many bowl places, so I hate to even say that because we still haven't gone. Maybe we'll do that today.
What's that?
Go to the bowl place.
Ooh, yeah.
If it's raining and we can't do anything.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be an exciting adventure for me.
And maybe we'll, if it's not too bad, maybe we'll like show you guys the place. And
Yeah, it's just a fast food place.
It's like any other place. You walk in
and you pick your purple rice.
And you go. I call it like. Remember, Moe's used to be the one that everybody was like, welcome to Moe's. So if you went into Moe's, you go through the line and you tell them what you want kind of thing, and they make you bowl or your burrito or whatever. So all these other places have popped up, like Kava. Kava is like the Mediterranean Moe's. And then this bowl place that we go to is like the Korean Moe's, I guess. Like...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's based off of that. Someone's asking me what other we're making cherry almond oatmeal.
All right.
Okay. I'm answering questions.
People talking amongst themselves. Lydia's saying, I have so much problems with using Heartbeat. Is it easier with a laptop or an iPad?
I think it's easier with a laptop. I look at it on my... Because when you're doing it on an iPad or a phone, once you log in, you're kind of good. You just need to stay logged in, because when you log out, the way they keep it safe is then you have to click and they send you a link to open it up again sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I like it on the laptop better personally.
I use it on my mobile phone all the time. I don't mind it on my mobile phone, but if I have to go in and do something like moderate something, or if I need to do something in the admin, I always go in on my laptop because it's just easier because you just see more. And then the menu, when you're on your phone, all the kind of like menu buttons and stuff are along the bottom, and I think they're probably like that on the iPad too. So everything's along the bottom.
Let me
grab
my iPad.
She'll grab hers and we'll check and we'll show you.
And
but on the computer, you know, you got the side, shows you the threads and all that kind of stuff.
It's much easier to see all the information on the computer. You can kind of see
everything better that way, for sure. But she's going to bring her iPad around, and then wow, this thing is really not focusing on me.
Move your head forward. There you go.
No, see, it's still not focusing on me. It doesn't like me today.
It's focusing on, here, stand up for a second.
Focus on me. Okay.
There you go. Sometimes I just move my head forward like that, and that can help.
I got too many clothes on. I'm starting to feel warm.
That's why I have my jacket on for 3 seconds. I can open the door.
No, it's okay. I don't want you to get cold again.
I can put on my jacket.
It's cold and wet. It's probably not a good combination for us to have cold and wet.
Okay.
Poor Fergus. He wanted to go outside. So there's this new thing that they're doing. When Max goes out, we got a fenced-in backyard. And when Max goes out to go pee, Fergus goes out with him. And then Fergus will go his way, and then Max goes his way, which we never, ever, ever dreamed in a million years that they could even like be outside the door in relation to each other. Because usually if Max is outside and he sees Creature, he's like, ooh, chase. But he doesn't chase Fergus. Sometimes he will, if he doesn't realize it's Fergus on the other side of the yard, he will run over that way and like chase Fergus up over the fence. Like Fergus will jump up on the fence and go over. But if he knows it's Fergus, he does not chase Fergus. It's kind of amazing. And this morning, of course, it's raining. And so Max is like, I really do not want to go outside because it's raining. And I'm like, go to the bathroom. And he's like, but I really do have to go to the bathroom. So what he does, we have a mat at the back door and we have a little bit of an overhang. And what he does is he goes just far enough out the door so that he can pee beyond the mat. And then he turns around and runs back.
Like he literally has his back feet on the mat.
Yeah, and he's just leaning forward. And turning his head because it's getting wet, because it's dripping, like down over on his head. And then Fergus went out and ran underneath some patio furniture that we have down there. And he's looking at me, and then he's just like angry and staring at me like it's my fault that it's raining. And I was like, I told you it was raining. And so then they both just came back in the house. And then a little bit later, he's like, oh, I want to try again. I don't think it's raining anymore. So I opened up the door, and he put his head out, and then he ran back in again. And the whole time when he ran by, he was like, he was mad that it was raining. He's so mad that it's raining. It's hilarious. I've never seen, we've never had a cat that was that vocal about the rain.
We're way behind.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna. Okay, let's do Lydia real quick. All right, so it just shows up this way. So will you change the
camera?
Yeah. Let's see if this helps.
Is it the Elgato?
Can you see that much at all? No. So
you can see it.
You sort of can. So
here, why don't I pop it up some?
No, this isn't helping. Let's try this one. And let me see if I can.
She's going to be so...
Okay. So when you're on your phone, here brings up that navigation menu. And you can go to threads, events, things like that.
And then there's also categories. So that's Kathy's Cooking Club members. And then if you scroll further down...
Kathy's free group.
Then there's the free group.
And that's the one most of you guys are in. So where it's green, that means I have stuff to read. Like where it's real light right now. Mm-hmm. So the thing that's different when you're not on your on a mobile device or a tablet is you see all that from the side. I find it easier to navigate. I hate doing that over and over and over again.
All All right, Elizabeth was like, what? A Bucks near us? Yes, on the other side of Mebane.
Yeah.
It is a done deal. They are breaking ground shortly, and we are going to have a Buc-ee's.
Woohoo! All right, so let's see. Okay.
Stephanie says we're getting a Buc-ee's in Denver, which is about 45 minutes north for them.
Kelly, thanks for having oatmeal with us.
Kelly is having oatmeal.
Apple's here.
Hello, Apple.
And Ryan's saying, are you going to start doing lives on Instagram and YouTube? Both, probably. I decided I was not going to add anything to our tech stack during bundle week.
We do not have the ability through eCam to do Instagram.
But we've done no tests.
Yes.
We've done none of things, and I can't do 4 lives and just wonder if it's going to work.
Yeah, so we did not think this was a great.
But we will, yes. Oh, Christine, it's May 17th. Another Taurus. Oh, hi, Bagel. Just laying out. It is a vegan channel. It's actually, I think at the top it says vegan recipes every day, and it's like vegan cooking with Kathy Hester.
Yeah, we are whole food, plant-based, no oil.
But all are welcome.
But all are welcome. Vegan is awesome.
Yeah, we always do vegan recipes, for sure. Oh, good. Apple's going to make a pot of tea. And yes, it is a vegan plant-based channel. Let's see. Well, I've been around. I have I hate to blow my own horn, but I do have about 10 traditionally published vegan cookbooks. So my first vegan cookbook was The Vegan Slow Cooker in 2010. So I've been around the block a few times.
For a while.
Yeah.
We're OG. One of the OGs.
I wouldn't say that. There's people way before me.
Yeah.
But I've been around for a while.
Let's see. Fias is a Libra.
Libra. We have a Libra in our midst. Excellent.
Oh. Bagel is a plant-based because I'm a cancer survivor.
Excellent.
We are glad to have you here.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome. It's a really welcoming, wonderful, friendly community. So hopefully you'll make some new friends here.
And Justine was supposed to be a Taurus, but was born premature and is now an Aries.
Well, there's no fault of your own. You were like, I'm going to be an Aries, and that's the way it's going to happen. Barbara said, Bagel says broccoli's my friend. Barbara says, now that's interesting. I'm a Taurus and my spouse is a Pisces, so you're just like me. Yeah, I know. Don't forget daylight savings time is tonight. I was kvetching about that earlier.
Definitely.
Honestly. Stephanie's a Sagittarius. Her husband is a Gemini. This is just a random side note that we've decided to go on.
Let's see. Bagel says, so you make your own milk.
Yes. And in fact, if you go to healthyslowcooking.com, I have a review of a bunch of milk makers. Do know, and everyone's heard me say, if you're just going to make oat milk, you don't need to buy a milk maker. You can see mine kind of, where is it? Back in that corner.
Yeah.
My Mia Mat, I make a lot of soy milk. But I also make almond milk, oat milk, different nut milks, and I love using okara, which is the pulp from soy milk, and we use that to make ricotta. We've made faux nuggets and different things. It's like a really nice, whole food, plant-based material to work with.
Chris is also a Taurus Pisces household.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Colleen, who it was awesome to see you twice this month. We saw her at Pure Soul, and then we saw her when we were at Fiction Kitchen for Cheryl's birthday, and she's my bookkeeper. So you guys have to be on team. Colleen can never retire from working with Kathy because she keeps me. Yeah, April 15th. I think you're more Taurus, but and there's not, there's never anything wrong with making or buying milk. It depends on where you are in your life and what you feel good about and what works for you. So I don't try to shame anyone or try to make someone do something, because you can break down a butternut squash yourself, or you can buy it already broken down in the freezer at Trader Joe's, and they both are delicious. So I feel the same way about milks as well.
Bagel said I would make it, but I thought it was a major process.
No.
It's really not.
And in fact, I'll show you guys this. So With almond milk, I do love my Mia-Mat. It's my favorite large milk maker with heat. There's also something called an almond cow, which costs a little bit more, which supposedly filters it for you. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think this is a little more powerful, and it has heat, so you can do other things, even make soups with it. And again, everybody doesn't need a milk maker. I'm explaining this. So like the way I do my almond milk in here, it will froth if you do a little extra. So I put a half a cup of almonds, about 5 cups of water. I put it on the cereal milk, which does cook it some. And then we've been straining it through a fine mesh strainer. It's all stainless steel. All the ones that I talk about, except for one, are. So if you go, you can look at the whole review, because just because this is my favorite, that doesn't mean it's right for you. And again, if all you want to make is oat milk, you don't need a milk maker. You just need your blender. So this comes off, it just helps things blend really well. And because it doesn't have a little cage, you can add larger amounts and make a richer milk should you want to.
This makes amazing soy milk. And I can say that now. Like, I didn't like it at first, but now that she's got the process down, I love it.
It's now that I got the strainer. She didn't like that there was too much pulp in, and we talked about this. And this strainer is minuscule. It's smaller than screen in a window. And it was like, I don't know, like $16. So, and it has a pretty big hopper, so I can pour almost all of it. Then I take a spatula, and then it comes through. So it's really well drained. Because what most people don't like about homemade plant-based milks is that there's too much pulp. The texture of it can be a little hard. And this really fixes that. I don't love that this is plastic, but I love this. If I could find this just all metal, I would totally buy. I would spend $50 if I could find a whole metal setup, because it works that well.
Yeah.
So
Ryan wants to know, which of the Accidental Alchemist books are you on?
the second one, and I'm not going to remember the name. I'm on the second one. I'm just barely into it too, though it's kind of cool because there's a magician. We've added a magician to the mix.
And all you need is letting Bagel know that the vegan bundle is available until tomorrow.
And just know, Bagel, I don't know if you're whole food plant-based, no oil, or SOS, or all the things. So all the recipes in the vegan bundle are whole food plant-based, no oil. So, and there's over $8,000 of stuff if you bought it separately for $49, including a collaboration ebook from there's like 151 collaborators in general who are putting towards the bundle. I'm not sure if everybody put something.
It's over there.
Yeah. I don't know how, it doesn't say how many recipes, but we printed it out. So everything's digital products. So we usually print ours out double-sided, and then you take it to Staples and get it bound for like $5. So we do that with a few of our favorites. So this one you won't be able to get ever again once the bundle ends tomorrow night. All the others you can probably get, but it's gonna cost you more than $49. I have $200 worth of stuff. I have 6 full classes, and my classes are 2 to 3 video classes, 2 to 3 hours long, with 5 to 7 recipes. So that's a lot.
All right. And people are saying that they love that I'm a regular now, so you're stuck with me.
I know.
Let's see. Bagel has something to ask you, so maybe we'll come down here a little bit.
Yeah, me?
Further.
That would be Kathy. You can ask me something for sure.
Bagel says, I have a hiatal hernia and I want to know, what decaf coffee do you use?
I know nothing about hernias, so just know I'm a recipe developer, not a doctor, not a nutritionist, not a dietitian or anything like that. When I do drink decaf, the thing I like the most is an herbal blend, which is Ticino. Ticino is my favorite thing because they come in flavors, and I'm a flavored coffee gal. I did get Davidson's decaf tea, but we go back and forth.
Okay. Bagel says, I switched to half caffeine, 1 cup in AM, and then 1 cup Maxwell House decaf in the afternoon, but wanted to know what you used. That's
Right now, we're using what Cheryl's parents' friends gave us, which is pecan coffee from Cameron's, because somebody put their address in their order, so they kept getting giant boxes of stuff. So they had these 2 giant things of coffee, and we're not even through the first one yet. We got it in January.
well, and it was flavored, and they don't like flavored coffee, and they were like,
Yeah, and so that's what we're doing now. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Stephanie says, I'm happy about the gluten-free Instant Pot book coming out.
Well, it
Actually,
came
it's
out in 2020. The difference is now I will be selling the paperbacks ourselves. We will be selling the paperbacks
The difference
ourselves.
is we got 500 copies now.
So please take one. But we don't even have it set up yet. So next week, that's what I'm going to be doing, is setting it up on Fourth Wall, because it'll calculate the shipping.
I see.
And I don't know how one gets an inflammation test, Stephanie. I want to know how much of any inflammation I have in my body.
I forget what the name of that test is, but Harriet used to test me for that all the time as part of my blood work. And
Isn't that an A1C test?
No, that's
too?
diabetes.
Okay, I thought that had to do with inflammation.
No, there was a whole nother thing that she would test me on, and it would tell her how much inflammation I had.
I don't know, but I would ask your doctor, or Dr. McDougall does his live every Sunday night, so you might go and ask Dr. McDougall as well. Or Stacy is going to be in the end of March, and she might know. I haven't scheduled it up yet, but I think it's like the 25th. It's back to our Tuesday schedule.
All right. And we think we answered the coffee.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Excuse me.
Allergy season. Kitty Mommy says, I gave up gluten too because of an autoimmune thyroid condition, hashimotoxicosis, fluctuating between over and underactive. Giving up gluten helped a lot. I'm not on any medications now. That's fantastic.
That's great. Yeah, I'm going to be on Synthroid forever. I had an overactive thyroid and then drank the radioactive iodine when I was 19 because it couldn't right itself.
Let's see.
Aw, thank you, Davink. Davinka says, appreciate your energy and effort to present information regarding the bundle. And we just want to kind of make sure you guys, if you want it, I want you to get it. And just go ahead and get it. If it's not for you, just enjoy all the lives.
Yep.
And one of the things that I try to make a big deal about that maybe not everybody does is that I want it to be like vegan Christmas and not like Black Friday. We are going to talk about it, because if we don't, then you're not going to get it and you're going to be mad. But there's all kinds of cool stuff that we get to do, like this Ask Me Anything. So
we have someone from Japan here today.
Oh, welcome. Is
Kurimatiki.
Kurimataki.
Kurumataki.
Okay.
Kurimataki.
Very nice to meet you as well. Thank you. And there's some talk about caffeine that I don't know if it's...
Yeah, she said there's some information. You might want to check out Dr. McDougall's lecture. It's on YouTube. Look up Dr. McDougall and caffeine, and you might get some information there. Bagel would like to chat with you live someday. Okay. Wow. You want to get...
So sorry. I don't know. I feel like there's pollen in my throat or something.
We were already seeing some pollen this week, which is like just blowing our minds. And things are blooming that usually don't bloom for another month, and it's just making us I woke up this morning. I could barely talk because my throat had that scratchy that you get with allergies going on.
And Floss, I don't know what you want to know about coffee versus tea. I'm not a doctor. I can't really talk to caffeine. I can't really talk about how it would affect health conditions or anything like that. If you want to know what recipes I make or how I like to drink them, that's something I could talk about.
Yeah, we drink all sorts of tea, and we drink decaffeinated Earl Grey. We drink regular Earl Grey. We drink what's the one that you make sleepy time tea?
We drink a lot of herbal teas that she doesn't know about that just magically appear.
They magically appear and they make me feel sleepy, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So.
And all you need says to stop showing that sock. So
That's awesome. Oh, that's funny. Dan said, Abby says, I mean, I know BMI is not super accurate, but determining your goal weight by your socks would be worse. If you didn't see it, she had a sock that shrunk and it looks like a baby sock.
Let's see. Davika hates wearing socks. As soon as the temperature reaches 45, socks are gone. Wow.
You know, I was walking the other day, and you know where the German Shepherd lives? Mm-hmm. So they have a new German. They have and it's just not quite a year old. He's delightful. He's so furry. I thought he was the other one. Uh-huh. But the man who was walking him was walking barefoot.
Really?
Yeah. So that made me think of that. I was like,
I couldn't do that. My feet are too delicate. I wear socks. I wear socks in the summertime.
Terry, brunch is a little boring, but yeah, we're just having our normal oatmeal.
Yeah.
We don't come to New York City very often.
No.
And it's been a long time, way before the pandemic.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, that's right. Kitty Mommy is going to be visiting Japan soon, which will be really great. Terry, I think I put them in later. The lives that I planned for today is at 1:30 in about an hour, and it's going to be a cherry oatmeal with Ellen Allard. And at this point, that's all we have. Tomorrow we have like 4 lives, and I was thinking we were going to maybe take you on a walk in the neighborhood, but I think it's going to be raining.
Yeah.
So
Bagel asks where we are located. We are in Durham, North Carolina.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What was the you just told her what the topics were. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Terry, you're all up to date on that. We've got another one at 1:30.
Yes.
Bagel is asking, what made you switch to a plant-based diet?
In 1983, I became vegetarian at 18, and then I was vegetarian till about 2009, 2010 is when I started transitioning to vegan. It's when I wrote my first cookbook, The Vegan Slow Cooker. I wasn't vegan when I started writing it, but I'd had a blog, and a blog you guys don't even know about. And vegans would come across and ask how to veganize it. Mm-hmm. And that's when I kind of realized I'm usually pretty good at kind of making things for people's special diets. So that's why most of my recipes have gluten-free options, soy-free options, obviously always oil-free options, sometimes even salt-free options, and lots of options. So I started vegetarian, then came to vegan, and then Cheryl has been vegan since 2019. Yeah.
And I did it because of health reasons.
Yeah.
All right. Jane.
Jane says, since it's raining, I'm doing my taxes.
Jane is our neighbor to the northwest.
She's in Winston, which is where I'm from, Winston-Salem originally. You're welcome, Terry Moses. Oh, and Mary Cooper has been printing off the cover sheet and index page of the bundle recipe ebooks. I'm putting them all in a binder and trying to organize all the recipes. That is perfect, too. Mm-hmm.
And Stephanie asks, what are we having for brunch?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Boring oatmeal because I'm tired.
It's an oatmeal kind of day. And it's cold and rainy, and the oatmeal just kind of feels nice. And since it's my birthday, It's not exactly something that I like to do very often, but I did put some chopped pecans on mine because it's my birthday. I usually don't do a lot of nuts because I'm still trying to release weight, so those are one of the things that are very quickly add up for me because nuts and I have a very loving relationship where I cannot stop touching them. So,
well, and one of the things that we did, and you guys saw, I don't think it's still up here, but I made a little container. So a lot of times I'll just toast up a handful of nuts and chop them really, really small. And so like really, really small. And then we can just put a dusting so you can still get the flavor without getting all of that extra stuff that maybe we don't want to have all the time while we're still doing what we're doing.
And at Kathy's suggestion, I did put some cinnamon on there.
And didn't make it all?
It's nice.
Yeah.
I put just enough. If I would have put more than that, it might have turned me off a little bit, but that little bit that I put was perfect.
Let's see. How do you pull it up on your laptop? Pull what up on your laptop?
Heartbeat. You go to chat.heartbeat.app or heartbeat.
I don't know. I just have it up all the time.
Just pull up Heartbeat and it'll go to it.
Oh, app.heartbeat.chat/cooking with Kathy Hester, I think.
You don't even have to put cooking with Kathy Hester. You just put app, what is it? app.heartbeat.chat. Just put app.heartbeat.chat in your
But
bar
everybody
at the top.
else just go to join with the link, and then you'll have a link that's in your email that you can click, and that's way easier than trying to remember any of this.
Well, if you go there, you can bookmark it too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you can. Okay, and so Terry says, I think I'll do the thumb drive for the bundle. Any suggestions on what thumb drive to get? We just found one we had.
Yeah.
So it can be any thumb drive, I think.
Yes, SanDisk used to be a popular brand of them. They're pretty
I'll see if I
pretty
can find
reliable.
anything here.
You know, you can almost pick up a thumb drive anywhere these days. I think I saw some hanging at the checkout at CVS.
Oh my gosh. I haven't looked at them in a long time, so you could get 128 gigabyte for $15.
It's crazy.
Okay, so the bundle is like half a gigabyte.
Yeah.
You can get a 10 pack of 16 gigs for $24.
Wow, they've really kind of like, wow.
Yeah, they're not very expensive
The
at all.
last time that we bought a thumb drive, 1 gigabyte was considered a big
here's this,
thumb
like,
drive.
Oh wait, is that SanDisk or is that
SanDisk, yeah.
Or is that Sam?
Oh, that's
that's
Sam.
yeah,
that's
so,
a knockoff, yeah.
Okay, so that's
There's SanDisk.
okay. I'll put this one in there. It's a 2-pack. It's less expensive than some of the. Oh, look, how much is just one? One is $8.99 for the 64. For the 32, how much is one? 7, 16.
What?
Yeah,
It's
no.
more expensive. You're better off to get the 64.
Yeah, so I'll put this link in.
Then you can also back up other stuff or other bundles, or you can save it and just make that your bundle drive forever.
Yeah, that's what Apple does. Okay, so I'll put this over here. I haven't looked for these things in years because for conferences and stuff, I actually just gave away a whole bunch. I think last summer when I cleaned out my desk, I had all these where people would give me information.
Yeah, we would go to conferences, and that was kind of how, like, when you went to a booth, a lot of their marketing people would just hand you a thumb drive because it was easier for them to just hand you all that marketing material that way than it was to give us a bunch of printed out stuff. Oh, and let's see here.
Oh, it says oatmeal. It didn't copy my thing, so I'm sorry, you guys. I'm giving you a link in a second.
She's working on the link. I'm going to keep going down the questions. Let's see. Jill was telling Ryan that she has a Mac laptop and downloaded the Heartbeat app on it and liked the way it works instead of through the browser. I think that's what I did on my Mac too. I'm pretty sure I have the app on there. I also go through the browser a lot just because I can't. Sometimes I'm just like, go here. I just type in the word heartbeat now and it pops up for me.
Okay, the first time I say this is the link, then it says cherry almond oatmeal.
Yeah, so ignore that.
Sometimes when my computer's ready to be rebooted, it won't. It says it's copied and it doesn't actually save it to the
Hers
clipboard.
has been doing that since the beginning. We can't figure that one out. Shelly Waters. This is Shelly from Tucson. I've been watching you ladies for over a year now. Love you both. My first time live.
Oh, welcome, Shelly. It's good to have you here.
All right.
Dilla says she's getting the bundle today.
Yay.
Yeah, at 11:59 tomorrow night. Whatever magic craziness that daylight savings time is bringing, whatever that ends up being. So when it actually says it on the clock, Sunday night, 11:59 in California, Pacific Standard Time, you can't get any more.
And there's nothing we can do because.
And if you email me, I may not even answer you because Monday I'm not doing anything, and you just can't get it. So just know that now. And I'm not. And if you don't want it, that's great. Mm-hmm. But every year I get a bunch of emails about people panicking. Well, I didn't see it till just now. I've been as visible as I can possibly be.
All right. And Liz is laughing so hard because the cat has been doing that all morning. Let's see. What is Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's is this...
It's a bathroom mecca for when you're driving
when you're
through
traveling,
the United States.
it's the nicest bathroom you will ever find on a road anywhere.
And they have like 100 gas pumps too. It's like, it's crazy.
It's insane. It's like a truck stop for cars. And the bathrooms are super nice. They're super clean. They're those kind, the kind that are the full door single stall. So you go in and you shut the door all the way kind of thing. It's really nice. And they're always super, super clean. And then they have a bunch of other stuff too that meaty people like. But for us, it's the bathroom. Like, it's the best bathroom break.
It is. And while they have lots of food, almost nothing's compliant. They do have some nuts, seeds. They have some fruit. Mm-hmm. You can get some water. So, I mean, it's not like a food destination for vegans in any way, shape, or form. But it's as big as a Walmart.
Oh, and they have T-shirts and clothes and
actually,
gift shop stuff.
I got some kitchen stuff there.
It was so funny.
So it's kind of fun. It's nice to take a break and walk around. I'm trying to see where I put the. Oh, here we go. 2 things that I'm going to be using later on. That I hadn't seen before, because you guys know I make my own vegan sausages that are gluten-free, and then I saw this hot dog shaped burger mold. And so I haven't experimented with it yet, but I was thinking that might be a way that we can do some veggie dogs without having to steam them. And are these not the cutest? So I thought then with whatever little dogs I make, I can make little corn dogs. Or I can make mini carrot corn dogs with this too, which is pretty awesome.
And Bagel, since this is your first time here, you don't know, it's not really latency that's going on. It's us not getting through the comments fast enough that's going on.
The thing is we have conversations. We're not just trying to go through the comments and answer everyone and get everybody out.
So sometimes if you ask a comment, sometimes it may take us a little bit to go through it because we're kind of scrolling down through the list.
Yeah, so you just have to be patient. Yeah, it's not a tech issue, but there you go. So Elizabeth, hi Kathy and Cheryl. I just purchased the bundle. And my credit card company labeled it as a transaction with Chef AJ. Did I use the wrong link? No. Chef AJ is the originator of the bundle. If you use my link, it went ahead and I got affiliate credit for it. But thank you for asking.
They're they're the ones that are processing all the payments.
Yeah, so that's why it says Chef AJ. Oh, awesome. Jennifer said, I bought your Easy Vegan Cookbook. It just came in the mail. I'll be reading it today. Excellent. There's some really good stuff in there. I think you'll like the carrot cheese a lot. Yeah, Buc-ee's is a gas station. Totally forgot about daylight savings time. Me too. Yeah, and it says Sendal. Sendal is the program that they use to store all the stuff and where you end up downloading it from. Dilla says, Kathy makes her own everything. Sort of. Not. I make more than the average person does. Mostly because I'm cheap. And I think it's easy to do. Oh, Lydia's a Capricorn and her husband's a Cancer. Yeah, the soy bella totally does heat. And I do talk about the soy bella over on healthyslowcooking.com. And I like it. I do find that when I make soy milk in the soy bella, I need to cook it a little bit of extra. So I throw it for like 5 to 10 minutes in the Instant Pot. Tastes a little beany to me without that. The Mia Mat will even run a second course on its own, but I find it's fine after the first cooking. You can't really make smaller batches with the Mia Mat. It has a min and a max, and I think there's about a cup difference. So it's probably between 4 and 5 cups. If you want a small amount, I recommend the Arc Mira, and that's about 2.5 cups, and that one works really, really well. You know, I'll get a link to the strainer.
The strainer has like the longest name on earth.
It does, and I'll find it and I'll put it in there. Okay, that's how you're just saying. No, the only ones that will strain some of the pulp out are almond cow and the soy bella. So a soy milk maker is to make it, not necessarily to strain it. The almond cow doesn't have any heat, so you could cook soybeans and make soy milk in it. But I also find the grinding and the time and the length of it compared to this, it's not comparable, in my opinion. So, yes, you can watch the cooking class over and over and over again, and there's 6 of them in the bundle, 6 of mine. There's a balsamic class, which does everything from like some mocktails to dressings to these really great Italian balsamic soy curls. Then I made another mini bundle in the bundle of summer classes. So there's summer air fryer class, there's 2 sushi classes, there's a chilled soup class, which I loved that class. I loved every soup. And I think there's a Vietnamese bowl and summer roll class with those rice paper rolls. Those are real easy to make.
C-reactive protein.
Okay. This is the test that Stephanie was looking for. Oh, here we go. Yeah, everybody's telling her, excellent. I'm glad somebody knew. Aw, thanks, Moni. I love spending time with you too in the supportive community. Thanks for explaining how to do the downloads for the bundle.
Thank you guys for being so gracious about that, because after we were watching it again yesterday when we were doing the live, I saw all these things that I could have given you shortcuts to that I took the long way, and some things that my brain just wasn't like clicking. I just knew that I wanted to make it step by step as much as I could. So, and I can't tell you how many times I re-recorded that either. So
I was asleep because on bundle week when it's done, it's done. Davinka got the bundle. She feels good about all the different information. I'm glad. And I'm going to skip some of this about C-reactive protein that you guys can read in the comments, because I am not a medical professional. So, yeah, Stephanie, let's give, I thought that was for Cheryl. I didn't see my name. I was like, yes, let's all give a thumbs up to Cheryl. And then I went, wait, that's my name too. Because when I put the cursor over your face, it covers my name. And so now it just looked like I went, yay, me. I'm so sorry, though. I haven't been to Chicago in a long time, but I used to come for the Tastemaker Conference, which was this week, and I didn't go. Oh, it would. You know, the last time I went, I don't know if you know Natalie Slater. She does a lot with the vegan community and works for Upton's Foods. She is delightful. She's actually gone viral this week because she was talking about that lady who sold the Dunkin' Donuts to a coffee shop as vegan and gluten-free.
Oh man, that's right.
So she did a TikTok about that or an Instagram reel, and it's viral. But Natalie Slater is a delight if you get to do that. And Abby says, I record the Exam Room Live podcast put out by Dr. Neil Bernard and the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. You can ask questions weekly. Thank you. That's great. That's really good information. Let's see. Yeah, we do not concern ourselves with lectins, and we're not worried about lectins in oatmeal. We follow Dr. McDougall at this point, like the starch solution, which is a whole food plant-based,
no oil,
no added oil diet. And happy birthday from Floss.
Thank you.
Oh, good. You found the heartbeat? Excellent.
Perfect.
Oh, good. And Justine is recommending a flash drive to Terry as well. I just wanted to find one just because if you're not techie, sometimes that can be a lot. And actually, we both were looking and thought one was a brand name that was totally not a brand name.
Yeah, they're really slick. You got to watch. They'll make those names so close and the font the same. So if you just glance at it, you think it's the same thing till you get it home and you're like, wait a minute.
I did that with power tools. Like when I bought a drill, because John's like, well, what drill did you get? And I'm like, oh, I got this drill. And we went and looked at it. No, it was the same colors. But I got it at Target, so I didn't know any better because I don't know drills. And Stephanie says, where is the best place to put the bundle? So that is a little bit like, what is the best soup to eat, right? It depends on you, what you feel comfortable with. So I do recommend, if you can, to put it on a Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, and it was Google Drive and OneDrive you went over. Put it on a thumb drive just because eventually you will switch computers, or that way if you have a laptop and an iPad like I do, I can have it one place, but then we can be on vacation and I can download something right to my iPad from the Google Drive. So it's very convenient. Yeah. And Cheryl did a whole walkthrough video. And I'll put that in.
Cloud drives are nothing to be afraid of. They're no different than when we used to have the little drives, that you would attach, the little square ones about this big, and you would attach it to your computer and move things over to it. Cloud drives are kind of the same thing. They're just not in your house. And somebody else is storing them on their server. And they're very secure for the most part. I don't know about putting classified documents or anything like that.
We are not saying you should do anything. It's perfect for the bundle. Everything else you talk about with your lawyer and Google.
But I mean, I use it a lot as a backup of my computer as well.
Well, and it is often used at people's places of work, but things like that are only as secure as your password.
Right.
So if you have your password written out somewhere, it is less secure.
Right.
If you're just doing it for the bundle, it doesn't really need to be. You don't have to worry about that things. Let me go ahead and give you, this is my new favorite strainer link. Let me see, affiliate link. And
thanks, Apple, for dropping that heartbeat link in there. That's perfect.
And
Stephanie would like to know what heartbeat is. Do you have a link handy?
Yeah, I have one in the, it's already in the chat, and I'll put another one in there, but Heartbeat is our free private group that's off of all social media. So Facebook doesn't control what you see, Instagram doesn't control what you see. You can change your settings so you don't get emails about events. But if you're in Heartbeat, you got an email about this event. I don't always set them up, but I try to.
We just it got very frustrating because on Facebook, Kathy has 9,000, 10,000 people in her private group, but on any given day, only about 100 people were getting to see anything that was posted. And so because of Facebook's algorithm things. So this way, people that want to get the information, we're off of all those platforms and on this other, our own platform basically, that you can join in the conversations and talk about things, post pictures of your food. There's a bundle thread going on over there right now that's really super active, where people are making things out of the bundle and posting pictures. And it's a very helpful and supportive community. So if you're brand new and eating this way is new to you, do not be afraid to even ask questions in that group, because one of the things that we pride ourselves on is that no one is going to judge you.
Yeah.
You do you.
We only talk about vegan stuff, whole food, plant-based stuff in there, but if you are just starting to transition, you're more than welcome there. And we've got a whole thread just for the bundle. There's some new stuff we're going to be doing soon. And I like the way Apple explained Heartbeat. It's a contained social media type website that's not social media.
Right.
An app. And so it's just a way that we can actually meet together and you see what somebody doesn't control it who isn't even in our group.
Right. And you see how much activity is going around and how much everybody knows each other in our chat just here on the live. And over there is a place that they can continue the conversation and they can chat amongst themselves and talk about things. And it's just a very loving, happy group. And we are just so glad that everybody has chosen to join us.
Yes. Let's see what else. I'm going to try and catch up because I have another live in about 40 minutes. And Cindy says, thank you for the videos on downloading. Very helpful. And I'm not sure, Stephanie, what you're asking.
Oh, I think she's asking about the salsas.
Yeah, I would think some of the salsas are usually whole food, plant-based, no oil. Not always, but usually.
Yeah.
And then when you go from there, if you're SOS and you don't do any salt or sugar, then you're going to limit some of those salsas. So just read the labels. I'm sure there are some that are compliant. Right. Oh, Mary Cooper got a thumb drive. Okay, good. And it's so funny. I haven't even thought about thumb drives.
No.
Since
somebody mentioned it the other day. Oh, Apple did. Apple mentioned she did it, and I was like, thumb drive. And for a minute, I had to think about what a thumb drive was. And we used to have them everywhere in this house.
Yes, we did.
Because she would put pictures and stuff on them, and we would, like, if she had to take something somewhere else, we would put a backup on there. Like, it was just crazy.
Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I really appreciate that. Oh, okay, Floss. I haven't tried the Philadelphia plant-based cream cheese yet. It's okay. We're trying not to do any of the added oils in a lot of the store-bought cheeses. There's either the one no other than vegan stuff and no oil for Dr. McDougall is no coconut, and there's a lot of coconut and stuff like that. It's not that we do it 90 to 95%, so it's not that we don't do it ever. But I usually, if you go to healthyslowcooking.com too, I have a lot of compliant recipes, whole food, plant-based, no oil, where you can make sliced cheese or ricotta, different things like that.
And we do have that recipe from Hydron, who's a member of our community, and she uses okara.
Yeah, which is soy milk pulp.
To make a cream cheese that is just out of this world. And I believe that recipe is in
Kathy's Cooking Club.
Oh, it's in the Cooking Club?
It's in Kathy's Cooking Club. Because I didn't want to I can talk to her about sharing it out later. I'm making a slightly different version because she uses nuts. I try not to use nuts very often for allergy reasons for other people. So, and Bagel, you can get the desktop app for Heartbeat for a Mac. This is a Mac, and you can go see it. You have to go and sign up through the link to be able to get into our heart. So it's not just heartbeat.com or anything like that. You have to go through the special link that's in the description or over here to sign up to even be able to get into the group.
I think when you're on your Mac, once you log into it, using the link, the invitation, then you'll get an option for the app.
And Stephanie says, can I make soy milk in my Instant Pot from raw soybeans, or do I need an alternative milk maker for this? We go through a quart of soy milk every day. You can. Okay. There's two ways you can do it. You can either cook the soybeans and then blend them with water and strain them. Or you can soak this, and you could do this soaked or from not soaked. You could soak the soybeans, blend them with water in your Vitamix or Blendtac, and then cook it and then strain it. So you can. Soy milk and the soy pulp okara sticks to stainless steel a lot. That's why I like just having, this cooks it, it blends it, I got one thing to clean. And so, and if you look on YouTube, I have a bunch of videos with me cleaning this and some other things you can see. I use a little OXO brush, which really cuts the time, and it really helps when some of the stuff is sticking in a lot.
Yeah, as long as you clean that stuff right away, it's not so bad. But if you let it sit for any amount of time on something metal, that soy milk pulp is hard.
Yeah. And Apple said she's going to share the way she makes her soy milk right now in the Heartbeat group too. So, and Apple's really active in there and helps. Jill, if you're not already a member, you need to go through this link. I'll put it up again if I can find it. Link to join the Heartbeat group. And it is in the comments, the description below. You just have to click the 3 dots and then you see a whole bunch of links.
I think
for
Apple
things.
posted it too. Thank you, Apple.
Oh, thank you very much. Yay. I really appreciate that a lot. You can, each item in the bundle you can download 10 times. But if you download it once and put it on your Google Drive, your OneDrive, your Thumb Drive, then from those you can download it 87,000 bazillion times. That's why you just want to go. The reason they give you 10 is so either if you don't do one of these and maybe you change computers, you're able to do it again. But all downloading has to be done within 1 year. So it's better just to get it down so you can have it. That's funny. All you need, says Cheryl, keep in mind you know 100 times more than us, so we're very appreciative.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Yeah, Dr. McDougall has oatmeal every morning. That's what they most said. And Bagel, I just need to know, did you go and sign up to the group? But we can see how that goes. You can always email support@healthyslowcooking.com and Cheryl can help you. Stephanie, you want to go watch the video on Google Drive? And here, that's the other thing I was going to do, wasn't it?
So basically, Google Drive is a cloud drive that...
don't explain it too much.
Okay. It's a cloud drive.
So basically, it's a place where you can store the bundle and use it as your own personal download space, and it's free. So and the only reason I'm saying that is if she doesn't know what Google Drive is, if you give her all that information, it's probably too much information.
It's true.
It's not that I don't want you guys to have some information.
My support brain will kick in and give you way too much information.
You don't want to know. And I'm going to say...
And it'll include fun facts, and no one wants to go there with me right now.
Google Drive and OneDrive video.
And OneDrive is similar to Google Drive. It's just a Microsoft product rather than a Google product.
And I'll also add that in here. Learn how to download the bundle to Google Drive or OneDrive here. And that way you guys will have some places to reference it. It's just a way to save the bundle. Yeah, Cheryl is an excellent teacher, Davinka, for sure. Thank you so much. You're just so sweet, Davinka. You're just making my whole day. And Justine said I did Google Drive for convenience and a flash drive backup.
Nice. Perfect.
Excuse me. And that's great. I never did use the Paprika app. Yes. Yes, Stephanie, it will help. She made it exactly for you and everybody else in the bundle who isn't very tech literate.
And
she goes
if
step by
there's
step.
something in there in the step, like I didn't go into detail of the installation part. So if but it's just like installing anything else. But if you get into a little bit of a jam, feel free to email me at support@healthyslowcooking.com and I'll take a look.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. We're glad to have you here. Indeed. Let's see what else we've got. Yes, and Apple. I know you're doing some stuff different. And Apple, I know we're talking about soy milk makers, and I was trying to do something real quick and it wasn't letting me, but I'm going to get you sorted out as far as milk makers go as well. When did we do the starch solution? In July. That's kind of the minutia. Like, we don't really notice any difference when we change types of starches now. And the whole thing about the starch solution is all starches are good starches as long as they're not refined.
Yeah,
right?
like I prefer to have rice. She prefers to have potatoes. If there's no rice, I'll eat a potato. If there's no potato, she'll eat rice.
Yeah. So Betsy says, is there a typical amount of time that okara lasts in the fridge? And once you use it in something like ricotta cheese, does it last more than a few days? I wouldn't keep it longer than a week if your fridge is very cold, but maybe think about 5 days. You can freeze it. So you can make it, strain it, freeze it. You can make ricotta and freeze it and then pull it out when you want to make a lasagna or put it with something for sure. I do that all the time.
Oh, she's there. Good. He's there.
Okay, great. What do you do if not a big oatmeal fan for breakfast or anytime? We eat grits because we're Southern. Grits are delightful. And we do 1 cup in the slow cooker with 4 cups of water as well and cook them overnight. There's just so many different things. You could eat rice. You don't have to eat sweet things in the morning. I like sweet things.
I don't always like sweet things.
Right. You can do breakfast potatoes. There's no limit.
Tofu scramble.
Tofu scramble. You can eat soups, stews. You could have a nice curry. And Betsy said she appreciated all the steps you gave versus the slow shortcuts that you were.
Thank you.
Yeah, it helps people understand. Yeah, Sandra, and I don't know, you do need to download each individual item in the bundle, and there are like 150.
Yeah.
And just realize when you're downloading something like about the classes, like my class, you're going to download a PDF. There's a link you have to click on in the PDF, and then you register on ThriveCart for that class.
Yeah.
Since I added the bundle in later, you have to do it twice to get all of those 6 classes. Yeah, savory oats are really delicious too. You can make, but if you just don't like oats, you could have brown rice and veggies, or sometimes I'll just eat a sweet potato. I love me a sweet potato.
Yeah, she'll just pull a cold sweet potato out of the refrigerator and just start doing it.
Yep. No, that is my absolute default. And I need to cook some more, probably for tomorrow. Yeah, Jay says taxes done without wine. Yay. Excellent. We're all celebrating for you. I still have to do mine. Don't tell Colleen. No, Colleen knows because Colleen has not got my call yet. She's so good that she's very sweet to me. And Betsy said she forgot that you could freeze okara. No. Sometimes I forget too because I'm like, I have a whole bunch in there now, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I'm also experimenting with, I don't know, a Ninja Creamy pint with okara. So I got one of those in there too. Potatoes and beans for breakfast, Delia, that sounds really good. Great. Oh, thank you, Debbie. That's very kind. Yes, Sandra, the classes that are in the bundle are the same classes you guys have if you're in Kathy's Cooking Club. But you do get a book you don't have from me, but you also get 150 other things. So Dr. McDougall has a gut health class that's in there too, and there's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
For real. And let's say, lots of the sign-ups in the bundle ask for your credit card, even though they don't charge. It is safe.
It is. It's just
because I know the people. Here's why. So sometimes some course platforms, just require it. But if it says $0, it's charging you $0. I'm in the bundle group. So if you find something, sometimes there was one that someone found for a yoga class that didn't give a discount when you click the link, but so they uploaded a new PDF. So if you notice something like that, maybe you downloaded it to begin with, try to download it again, and if not, then just email us, and then I'll email the bundle and see what's going on.
Yeah, like the platform that we use, ThriveCart, you always have to put credit card information in, but what I always tell people...
If there's an upsell, you do. So it's like weird shopping cart stuff, but it doesn't charge unless
it doesn't charge at all, but the thing is, before you hit that submit, make sure that you see that balance due is showing 0.
Yes.
That's
you
the
have
best way
to make
do
sure,
it.
and even it's the same thing like if you're buying one of my courses later on through a sale, if it says full price and it doesn't have it marked out and say that you're getting the discount, then something went wrong, then the code didn't go through.
And like if you're getting the free Too Tired to Cook class through the bundle or through the Heartbeat app, one of the things is we use coupon codes to get around the ThriveCart charging stuff. So you have to make sure that it shows 0 before you hit submit on there.
Yeah. But and Sandra, if you have some concerns, just email me and we'll sort things out, or email her.
But most of the teaching platforms that all of us use do require a credit card.
And Jamie, we can do another live after the bundle is over for questions. What we do have is over on Heartbeat, we have a thread. So I don't know, we'll see how that works. I'm not going to promise that one just because I'm going to be tired. And there's going to be a couple of days and then all of a sudden I'm going to be behind for Kathy's Cooking Club. But if you go over to Heartbeat, that conversation is going to continue. But if you have some other bundle questions, we're also going to be leaving these videos up so you'll be able to watch Cheryl's video and things like that as well. So hopefully that helps. And Sandra, I totally understand. And like SamCart always requires one. ThriveCart that I use, it depends if I have an upsell later on, which means you get that free one and then it might ask you, do you want to join something else? And you can say no, and then it charges you nothing.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, like for ThriveCart, if we have a coupon code and it asks you for your credit card information, just know that we never see that, and it's probably the same case with all the other contributors.
It will be.
They never ever see
the same.
any of your information. In fact, people are all the time emailing me going, "Hey, can you cancel my subscription?" It's like, I can't because I don't see any of your information about payment. All I know is whether it went through or not. I don't see card numbers. We don't see anything else like that. So that's all behind a wall, and that's all for your protection. And I'm sure all the other contributors have the same kind of situation, depending what platform they use.
Yeah. So, but I won't say it's... If more people ask for it, Jamie, I will. And if you remind me next week when
let her get some rest.
Yeah, like right now, the idea of talking more about the bundle just kind of makes my nerves jangle. And tomorrow I do have 4 lives. So you've got another chance today and 4 more chances tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we will be leaving how to do the Google Drive, the OneDrive. That's going to just stay up. So you guys will have that. Because even if you download everything now, maybe you forgot to put it up and you're switching computers, you're like, you can then watch it in August and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been so awesome hanging out with you guys. Does anybody have any other last minute questions?
I just love when we just sit and chat with you guys.
Yeah.
That's kind of my favorite.
We need to start doing just the Ask Me Anything once a week.
Yeah.
Or just chat.
Yeah.
However we want to think about that.
It always makes me feel good. And I like you guys so much now that I even come online and didn't even do anything special with my hair except brush it.
My hair's doing some crazy stuff, but I don't think you can see quite. Look. I'm I think I have to get a trim. There's a piece standing up, but I'm trying to hide it with the ghost.
And what do you guys think? You like me better without the hat or with the hat?
Without the hat.
I feel like the hat is my trademark.
Well, I feel like the hat you can't see you. It's like you're hiding. Like, I think your hat out and about in the world as a normal course is fine. But just because of the lighting, the way the lighting is and everything, it really, you can't see your face.
Yeah.
Without, yep. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to put the bundle link.
Well, maybe I'll start wearing my round beanie hat thing. And that one doesn't have a brim, and that one doesn't cover my... I look a little ridiculous in the round beanie hat, but maybe one day I'll put it on for you guys so you can all laugh.
You need to tell her for sure.
It's my only in the house hat. She also won't let me wear ski caps or anything like that.
If I let you go out like that, you would yell at me.
They
are not flattering to her head shape.
And remember I had that one that we got somewhere? It was flesh colored.
Oh my gosh. No, it really was
I
not
look like one of those SNL characters, the like cone head people. Like it looked like I was bald on top. It was hilarious.
Good. But the thing is with me, so then evidently I have a teeny tiny head and I have to wear children's hats. So she's always putting some hat on and it comes all the way down to my nose. Okay, what do we got here? We love you with that. We love you. Better without the hat. Better without the hat.
Okay.
Without the hat.
Okay.
You're perfect however you want to be.
Thank
Mona.
you.
You're excellent. Without. Both ways. Without. So, yeah. A once a week chat would be wonderful. We can totally do that. Yeah, we've got lots of withouts.
Yeah.
And the thing is
my mom would also like it better if I didn't wear the hat too.
And I agree. You're so beautiful, Cheryl. No hat.
Thank you. I don't consider myself beautiful.
With or without, as long as you're present and accounted for. Yeah, remember when Cheryl never wanted to be on camera? Yeah.
You'd see an arm come in.
So we're getting there for sure. Absolutely. Wear it in the sun.
There you go.
Yes. Yes. And the only thing is because of my glasses, see how if I look up, you see the lights in here? We have the lights up that way. So when she wears the brim, see, look. Just look even like at my face now.
That's what I was saying. If I wore the round beanie, it doesn't have a brim. She's not sure she likes my round beanie.
You want Cheryl's video link again? Dang it. Let me see if I can I get it out of here?
Probably.
No.
It's
actually, can you let me look in the description. I put it down in the description too. And after
she
bundle
does
week,
this stuff so fast. The other day I was trying to do stuff, and I'm so slow at moving stuff into chats and stuff. So I do need to get better at that.
Here we go. There you go. There's that. Yes, Annie, that's sweet. Beauty is only real when it comes from the inside out, and it's very true. So Jill, I dropped that in again. All right. So we have lots of things. And Stephanie says, oh, she's not up there yet. I'll just read. I like wearing ball cap style hats and don't care for the claustrophobic feeling for the brim over my eyes, if that makes sense. Yeah. I don't like to be limited in where I can see.
You might like a beanie hat if you don't like the brim. It's basically a hat without a brim, and it just has like this folded thing.
Like the Jughead in the Archie cartoons.
Yeah, kind of. Except it doesn't have the pointy things that his had sometimes.
Yeah.
But I actually found them. We watched this show on Acorn. It's a French show.
Oh, he does look good in that one. And it's what? It starts with
Candace Renoir, and one of the detectives in her unit is a younger guy, and he has his head full of black curly hair. But he always wears the beanie, the round beanie thing. And after a while, I can't remember his name, but I was calling it his name hat for a while. And I kept seeing that hat. And I was like, wow, that is a cool hat. Where do you get a hat like that? And then I went on Amazon, and sure enough, there was a whole bunch of hats like that. So I got one to try it out. So now I have one of those.
Excellent.
Yeah, but it's a good show, Candace Renoir. You got to be able to pay attention. It's on Acorn. You have to pay for Acorn, but if you have Acorn, it's a great show. But you have to be able to watch the subtitles unless you know French, and then you can watch it.
Which we don't. I was understanding some of it. All right, guys, we adore all of you. Thank you for spending this exciting brunch with us. We're going to take actually, we're not. I decided it was at 2. We have to go right now because we're going to be live again at 1:30.
Oh, that's right. It's 1:30.
I need to go so that someone else can come on. And Robin loves that show on Acorn.
Yeah.
I know there's some seasons we haven't been able to get.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do that.
Yeah, so Robin, you know which hat I'm talking about.
Okay. So we shall see you very, very shortly at 1:30. We're going to be with Ellen Allard, and she's going to make some yummy oatmeal for us.
I can't wait.
All right. I'll talk to you guys in just a few minutes, and we can answer any of your questions too.
All right. See you soon.
Bye.